Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, members of the Cabinet. Welcome to our first Cabinet meeting for the year 2025. As you know, our meeting has been very good, which is why today's meeting is quite important. And I'm happy to see a full array of Cabinet ministers present. Before you is an agenda. I would like to run through it quickly. Obviously, the first item is the opening statement by the President and his reflections. And will be followed by an overview by me on cabinet processes and operations. And then we'll be looking ahead in terms of our strategic direction, and that will be led by the President. Of course, one key item that we are all aware of is the USAID moratorium and its impact assessment. And those discussions will be led by the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Foreign Affairs. And there will be a brief lunch, which will be followed by updates by key ministries and agencies, as you see. And then there is an item on the executive agenda, procedures for executive orders, that will be done by the legal advisor. And then, of course, other business. And then closing. For this cabinet meeting, the press will be here for the brief opening, and then they will leave the rest of us to continue with the business of cabinet. Mr. President, welcome, sir.
First to say that it's been a very difficult takeover in this country. Most of the people don't understand it. I don't think we can make them understand it immediately. But for all of you who took over, that was the reason we said that you should document how you met your officers. But that just the thing that you will see. The others that you will see the kind of laws that establish the roadblocks that make things difficult for us to operate. And we have to every now and then go to the Supreme Court to read that. But I don't think anybody had expected anything different. But we are very grateful for the performance level so far in the ministries. I've been able to work under the most difficult conditions to try to get things done. It is not easy for you to take over when people put everything in structure for you so that you can, you don't move fast. You go to the Supreme Court, you go to this place and that place. But I want to thank all the cabinet ministers so far for the level of performance. We came with a commitment to give this country an opportunity to move we are determined to do that. And I want to encourage everybody to be very determined. Otherwise, Liberia will be in a very difficult position. I want to thank in particular the Public Works Minister and Woodford. I think after talking, we all seem to be on the same page. When I went to Lofa, I saw the two ministers, and everywhere you pass, you see something being done. Let us know that this government came to power on the basis of commitment to serve the people, to make sure that we right some of the wrongs, even if people don't believe that they were wrongs, but we know what's best for our people, and we are committed to that. We're going to do that. And infrastructure is our most commitment to this country. Be able to open up the country, opening up the country has a multiple dividend to pay in terms of health, in terms of what people pay. Today you can go to all the way to Foya in 7 hours. In the southeast, maybe with that briefing. Because as much as I've been to the southeast, because of the road condition, I can't. Sometimes you go through Grand Coup, you go, so maybe the public work people will be able to tell us exactly where we are in the southeast, because that's a place that is complicated. And of course, even with the River Set corridor, what happened there of recent that made things difficult and what we're going to do about it. I want to also talk to the finance people. We have to appeal to them that under all conditions, I know people come and say we are here to tighten the loopholes, but I want for you to loosen some of the tight holes because we have very, very critical situations that sometimes we have to go out of our way. Over the weekend, I had a meeting with, after the successful trip to Boakai, for the first time to give those people water. I mean, it was, Boakai is a very beautiful city. I mean, the road to go there, not probably the bridges, but it was a very good trip. And we visited the Emory Hospital. The doctors that are here on the visit, they all were there in the surgery room doing their work. And it was very, very encouraging. And but also, we had a Zoom meeting for the first time with the AIDS Commission, HIV/AIDS Commission, and some of those issues that we'll talk with the Minister of Finance. I'm told that we have about 34,000 people here with HIV/AIDS, and the budget is submitted 500,000. They got only 45,000. Not even 10%. And so they have a full report on that. So these are some of the critical issues. But I'm also happy that the Army, I saw photos of the equipment that they went for Cameroon. They're very impressive. And I thank the finance ministry for cooperating with them. But there are quite a number of issues that we just want to emphasize here that we are committed to making sure the resources of this country will go towards taking the lives of the smallest people. I'm very happy with the budget that was prepared to focus on that. I know we have challenges of some kind, but we will deal with them. People haven't still understood that the people in this country have suffered for a long time, and it's about time we give them opportunity. We still got some Tobias and some balance to try to offset that, but I think for those of us who are on this side, we should show our strong commitment to making sure that things work. The government is committed to that we work within its institutions. So if we say we go to the IMCC, I don't see the need why you take it from the IMCC and come to me again. Because I don't think you want me to say anything other than what had already been recommended. So we want to make sure that we work as a government, and what we say is our work together. And that's why even in the offices, we're trying to make sure that people are professional. I know a lot of leakages from offices, people who are still have split commitments, but these are issues that we have to deal with. We want people who come to this government and show that they are committed to what we do. We're not doing anything in secret, but we want to make sure that we respect the rule of law, but at the same time, institutional confidentiality should be recognized. A lot of people come, if you want to be an agent elsewhere, you can easily leave and go do something else. But if you're working with finance, work within the rules of finance, wherever you work, you have to commit yourself to working for those institutions. If there is a channel through which news gets out, it should be that channel. And that's why the last time we went to NEC, we were telling them there should be a code of conduct within institutions. Nobody just get up, defends, and say something without going through. I think I believe in that. Whether it's something right or wrong, we should have a voice that represents the institution, a voice that will be credible. But also, that's why we try to encourage the establishment of this national video that will include the people and make sure that the LBS will go everywhere, where people will be able to hear from us. There will be programs that will speak to the people and give them a chance to react. There are going to be a lot of propaganda radio stations here, but the LBS will be the voice of the government. We want to make it be so. There are a lot of things that come to us on a daily basis that are happening that we may have to deal with the respective institutions with respect to a lot of leakages, especially in our mineral resources. A lot of minerals are getting out of this country unofficially through the airports, a lot of gold and other things. If we have to take a radical move to make sure that we introduce an inspection system and RIA that will do that. The minerals are what we depend on to develop this country. And we're not going to allow people to take that lightly. So I have said over and again, and in fact, that was the only place I went since I took over. I'm very concerned about it. As we increase the number of flights that come here, we also have to increase the supervision as to how things leave through that. We are very concerned about it. We have to also put more into the youth programs. The SOEs just raised some funds the other day just for the number of youth. The applications were over 15,000, there will be more. If we don't invest in the youth and in security, I don't think we stand a very good chance to do that. So we really want to appeal that sometimes we have to. And as we get other revenues from places, the youth programs should be given attention. The youth of this country have suffered a lot. Some of them have been trained by the year, they have graduated, they don't have jobs. And sometimes we just say, oh, they're hardworking people, but let's understand that people are going through a lot. And we have to pay attention to them. So sometimes we have to be smart in dealing with those kind of situations. I would like to, at some point in time here, when the gender ministry, as with respect to how well getting the children out of the street is working, and where they live in homes, how well those homes are functioning, those people who are custody of those youth, the children, how well are they taken care of. I myself need a lot of a good political system. You come to the mansion, you are overwhelmed. You go to the house, you are overwhelmed. You even go to go somewhere where you can take the job of Friday, you get there. By the time you look, everybody's there. It's a very difficult thing. I know that father doesn't go through that, but I do. I would like to see that, I don't know, the GSA, I told the GSA the last time about that building that we need to keep it clean. And people gave me a good building that keep it clean, and the least we can do is to paint that building. But besides painting the building, even the front of that whole place there, someday we need to put some concrete and make it look decent. The ministerial complex, it's the most used place now. We have to make it look desirable. I know very well that where I go in the building is mostly where we have the conferences. And I'm sure that they make those places clean because we go there. I don't know about the other places, but we intend to pay visit to go to these buildings. Even the Ministry of Internal Affairs, we get a lot of news, but we'll be visiting those places to make sure that they meet the standard. I don't like to gloss over anything. Like yesterday when I was coming, I saw the red light, the jet back from the main road, and I called the city man. And he told me that they do that on Sunday, so that in the night they can move. The city is looking cleaner, but we Liberians, we used to cleanliness, so they're changing, they are changed, but those are all the things that we make sure that we monitor. There's a lot of things that the Minister of Justice will either look at. Pending cases, we're going to review all those cases that are pending. We just hope that the Ministry will come up with a system can handle them. Those missing children, they're going to leave that unresolved. The missing 16 billion that we're going to leave. We're not going to leave anything unresolved. We want to know what happened. Let the public know what happened. So, no intimidation, nothing going to look at us. If the minister needs help to making sure that no cases come to the forefront, we'll do it. But we want to make sure that the Liberians know that they have a government that can depend on. Review of contract, NETEC, all of these, the anti-corruption laws, the proposed constitutional review, the summit of the SOEs, so many SOEs, some of them, the creation of the rail authority, all the things that we plan, we have to do. So I just want for us to brace ourselves to make sure the auditing reports that are coming up, we will deal with them. I don't care when you cry. We don't intend to wrong anybody. We just intend to show people that we will always prevail in this country. That people will prevail in this country, and there will be nobody who will be involved in it. We talk about the declaration of assets. Let's make sure that the cabinet is on board. We're going to make sure that the legislation is going to be on board. We're going to make sure that the judiciary, we all want the country, so God, nobody should be allowed to know. And these are things that we're talking about. We were going around, the people don't understand, but because of the problems of this country, we're going around trying to create a good image for the country, for investment. This time, we have opened our eyes to governance. So people who think that we are not doing this, we are not doing that, we have to take care of the emergencies first. We hope also all of the talking businesses, we cannot negotiate forever. If people need jobs, don't tell me because you want to do it perfectly. We have to create jobs. We have to sign those agreements with people to invest in this country. There's a very, very big backlog of people in this country who are young people who have been trained for years. Some of them finished school, they job from one master's degree to the other, hoping that they will get a job. We have to create jobs. And so we have to nail down some of these agreements finally. And I am appealing to everybody who's concerned on concluding these agreements so that people can create jobs. We will lessen the troubles and make sure that we nail them down until they finish it. I know in this modern world there are a lot of people who bring their proposal, they want to bring this, but you have to sit there and conclude on something. So I want to appeal to those from the NIC, the Justice, the IMCC, and we have to get down to business. We're going a year, 3 months. We have to create jobs. I hope everybody was understanding. People want to go forward. The young people want to do things for their country and themselves. In the agriculture area, this year we have to have a poetry program in this country. Liberia used to be independent poetry. I know it when I was minister. We didn't bring one word in this country. Poetry establishment is not a rocket science business. You can't be talking and talking and talking, making negotiations. Agriculture is a way forward in this country. So I'm just saying this year, we have to create jobs, make sure that people are working. We have to make sure that there's, even for this, we hear everybody in the world is closing up. This is our home. Some of our people will be coming back. We have to do something. So I just want to say this cabinet meeting should be very short, but to the point where we recommit ourselves to making sure that this country begins to move in the right direction. We are not getting for 2029. We are working to build a country for the Liberians. You want to raise yourself for 2029? You can just resign and go start to we want a Nigeria now. You don't know the old thing here, the climate street where if you want to eat now, you can go and wait for 2029 and then to do. But the people in Nigeria want to live now. So I just want to make sure people talk about racial, but we live voluntary so that we think that you want to engage in 2029, you can believe and get the So I want to thank you. We'll be having more discussion on these issues, but so far, the agenda of this cabinet meeting is not too long, but it's very long because you will look mostly on issues that we have to talk about and the way we move our country to development. I only have one country that's like it. Thank you very much.
His Excellency Joseph Boakai there during first cabinet meeting this year, and a lot of issues were highlighted during this. So we're about to leave this venue, hopefully to resume after a period. Thank you for following. So this is Executive Mansion page. Good afternoon.